Thank you very much. Yeah, who knows this famous song, The Perfect Way from Julie? No one? Oh, okay. Some people do. This is great. Yes, the afraid wave of paper we are talking today. So yeah, Christina and myself are from Sprint, the Federal Agency of Breakthrough Innovation. Sounds cooler in English than in German, but let's stay with this. Yes, and today we want to talk about what's the real benefit of you as a citizen. So not talking about political stuff, so really how would this impact you? But we will first give you some insights about us. So Christina, can you do this?
Was there anyone who saw the demo of the government wallet in that stage this morning? Yay! So Claudia Plattner, the president of BSI, she was demoing the actual wallet that is being built in our project. So I do have the demo device here. So if anyone's curious, just catch me after the talk and I'll be happy to show you. But in a nutshell, we're building an ecosystem around the wallet. So the wallet that you saw is just part of the ecosystem. So the goal here is to make sure we have enough entities issuing data into the wallet so that users have enough different variety of digital information about themselves that they can use throughout the society. So the real goal here is to, yes, digitize Germany, right? That's kind of the big goal, and the wallet is just a tool. We're building an infrastructure that hopefully in the next few years, you forget about it. It's just the app you have on your device as a must, and you just use it every day to prove who you are and be able to benefit from digital services. That's kind of the long-term vision and the value we're trying to deliver. This beautiful illustration you see on the screen, it describes our project. The project is not just Sprint, not just our agency. It's under new Ministry of Digitization of Germany. I think we saw the new minister walking around the Republica this morning, actually. So we have ministry support, BSI, the security experts, Bundesagentur, traditional identity experts in Germany, Fraunhofer, Isaac, support from them. So yeah, it's really like we're trying to, and also PwC. So we're trying to combine the best talent to bring this super ambitious goal of digitization of Germany to you. We have different functionalities. So my team, I have some team members in the back. We were building this actual government-provided wallet that you might have saw or can see later today with me or any of my team members working. So we're building the actual application. Everything's working live, front end, back end, right? We're doing user testing and all that. Mirko's on the team that's working on the larger ecosystem. So they talked about how we onboard different relying parties, issuers, how we design this big architecture that works within Germany, within Europe, and hopefully globally in the long term. We have a team that talks to civil society, does communication. So yeah, if you're curious, take a screenshot. You can explore later, but those are kind of the important functions that you should know.
All right, and as promised, we are going into the use cases, and most of you should be familiar with graduating. And normally we would like to make a role play. I don't know if you could get a second mic. This would be awesome.
Great, I got the second mic.
Cool. So yeah, some role play. I'm what I am.
So I'm a student. I just graduated. I'm looking for a job. So he's my potential employee. So hi, Mirko. Thanks for so I want to apply for the job. Can you? Yeah. What do I need?
Yeah, of course. I need some attestation. What do you have for me?
Yeah. So I graduated from computer science degree. I can give you the degree.
Cool. Well, where's the smartphone?
My smartphone? What do you mean?
Well, in the digital world, we don't have paper anymore because of fraud, etc. But we went a more digital way. So our HR department will just consume the data it needs. So, for example, we just need to know that you graduated in computer science. We don't really care from which university. We just have to make sure that the requirements are fulfilled. So here you can fully onboard on our website and don't need to send any letters around that could get missing.
Wait, sorry. So I I scan my diploma that I have on paper. I scan it. I send you by mail in PDF. Is that what you want me to do?
Not really. You're going to your school or university, log in with your normal credentials, and there you can get your bachelor, master degree or your student degree. And this will then come into your wallet, and this can then present it to me at any time. So you don't have to be here in person, travel through Germany to deliver some piece of paper. You can fully do it online. I have automated my process, so I don't need like 8 weeks, which takes it right now to apply to a university in Germany. You get instant response that I can give to you to say, here, everything is valid, and I can see you on Monday.
Okay, so, but wait, so you say in my wallet, I'll have my digital diploma. How do you get it from me?
So there are multiple approaches, but the easiest way is you're coming to my website. I'm showing you a QR code. You could either use on your laptop, your smartphone, or on your same device. And then you will get a screen with the exact information I want to you. Of course, I'm playing by the law, so I'm just asking for the stuff I'm allowed to do and not asking, for example, your medical research, medical stuff, because legally I'm not allowed to do so because of GDPR, which is fine for me. So then I can exactly show you which kind of stuff I need from you, and your wallet will automatically select the PDF. So you're not uploading by incident another attestation that is not the same, because you don't want to scroll through all your different attestations. So your wallet will exactly pick what I need.
Oh.
So, and yeah, it's quite easy, isn't it?
Okay. Did you understand? Did you get it? Okay, beautiful. Did you get it? Your face was like, okay, good. So I, as a user, don't need to know what you need. I get the data and you ask for it. Okay, that's yeah, makes sense.
Okay, but I see we have also some older people here, so let's go to a more realistic approach. Yeah.
We're all young at heart, Mirko.
Okay, second use case where, because we graduated maybe just once in a life and when we are older, but we move to other towns, etc. But a lot of times we have to get in contact with the administration, with the government. Most of you maybe know the online access law that passed in Germany. Didn't really quite well, but yeah. Christina, let's go.
Yeah, so I moved to Germany. I had this temporary residence. I moved to another place recently. And I got an appointment with Buchamt, and it's like 1 hour away. Yeah, so you know how it works.
Yeah, but you can do everything online from your couch.
What?
Yeah, you don't have to go to this crazy room. So this room will be in the future be just in the museum, because all our services will be online available. In the most cases, you just need an attestation, which is a piece of paper or a PDF or so. And here are the same. You are just going to our website, authenticate yourself using your PID that you already have in your wallet, so we know it's really Christina and not somebody else. And then we can attest you the attestation. And as I said, you can do it on a Sunday, laying on the couch. It takes you like 3 minutes.
Oh, so yeah, I already have that PID in my wallet, actually. That's the digital version of the EID, right? Okay, so if I have it in my wallet, I can use it to prove who I am online digitally. And then they will let me change the address. And they would give me the updated digital version of PID, I guess.
Exactly. So
that would be
you
great.
don't need to go for any of this kind. Even when you get small piece of paper, it's ridiculous, Karen. But hopefully in the future we can do all the e-government stuff at our home. Yeah, on the couch, which sounds quite great.
Did you get the use case? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see less confused faces now. This is good. We're going the right direction.
Okay, and maybe to get the really old people, let's make a doctor appointment. Hello, Christina. What can I do for you?
Yeah, no, I've been anxious getting to get a doctor's appointment. You know, it feels like so much paperwork, so much waiting time. Like, yeah, I feel like I need to do a checkup, but yeah, makes me anxious. Anything you can recommend? You seem to know a lot about digital stuff.
So it's nice that you brought your pen today, but you don't need it really, because all the information we are getting from you is in a digital way, which means when you're coming to my doctor's office, you scan the QR code and all the data that I need from you will be digitalized, because I honestly don't have the time and the nerves to just copy paste it from your form into my digital system. So with this approach, I make it easier for you that you directly transform the data, and I can make it also into only get the data I really need, because health data is very sensitive and we really want to make sure that only the specific doctors that need my data get access to it. So when you present something, when I request something like your x-rays, you will have the chance to say, yes, I want to share this data, or say, no, this doctor, I don't think that he really needs it, so you can decline this.
Okay. I feel like you mentioned multiple times me selecting the data. How does that work? So I have all the data in my phone, but not everything gets sent.
Exactly. So I will make an authorization request, it's called. I have to be sure not to get technical.
Yeah, that's not.
So I will exactly tell your smartphone what data I need. And these data is machine processable based on standards. So ideally, we all have agreed what specific attestation is built on. So we exactly know how a mobile driver license is designed, how an attestation for the doctor is designed. So everyone knows in our ecosystem what exactly this kind of attestation is. And then you're getting the request, and your wallet will automatically tell you, like, okay, I have this data in the wallet, or maybe I don't, but it will give you also the choice to deselect.
Oh.
Maybe I said, well, maybe I need your x-rays, and you said, nah, but I don't want to share it, so you can deselect it and just send it to me, but I can be sure that this data is authentic.
Yeah, I feel like the keyword portability also resonates with me, right? Like if I'm dying, I want my data to be understood by whoever needs to understand it on the spot, right? So it's not, so my medical data is not held in a silo in each medical institution, but it's more in a more, you said, I think, standardized manner that I can easily share. Yeah, I think that can be life-changing for some situations. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's even more coming around. So here we presented you 3 use cases we are actively supporting in our project.
Oh, so you're actually working on them?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So with these 3 use cases, we are working with the relevant players. So there's high chances that this will be available in not next years, but let's say hopefully in the next 2 years or so. So all these 3 or most of them should be available. And we will also give more insights on our conference, which will be in October here in Berlin. But more info later. But there is more that happens in Europe. Christina, tell us.
Oh, okay. So the 3 use cases we just picked up are what we're focusing on within Germany, because we want this to work across Europe, but first step is within Germany, right? As I said, the first goal is to let's digitize Germany, but Europe-wide interoperability matters too. So obviously, we all travel across different member states, and there's the concept of digital economy, right? Like we can't depend on US anymore that much digitally. So how can we make this, huge digital market within the EU? There are 4 large-scale pilots funded by European Commission, whose task has been to ensure Europe-wide interoperability across these different use cases. So one is pretty straightforward, proving your driving privileges across Europe. I think it kind of works on the plastic card already, but like doing it digitally. And then also potentially vehicle registration, proving that you own your cars throughout the EU. You already have EU number plates, I believe. Then education we talked about. Social security is kind of the second use case we talked about. The digital sector. Travel is, I would say, potentially digitizing the passports and other travel credentials. It's pretty challenging in my opinion, but definitely being prototyped. Then organizational identities, how do you prove what business you are? So I think it's most likely not really your phone, but more like kind of behind the like server to server kind of authentication. The government use cases talked about bank account opening. That's actually the demo we showed this morning. So if you come up to me, I can show you the bank account opening flow end to end using the digital government credential. And health is the starting point was e-prescription, so that you can use your prescription you got in Germany to get your medicine in any pharmacy across Europe. Like you're in the Netherlands, as long as your insurance applies, you can get the medicine using your existing prescription, which again is super powerful. Then telecom is getting your verified phone number within your phone, so you can prove that that is your phone number digitally. And so signing, so the payments and signature are two what I would categorize as an advanced use cases. So for payments, what we're thinking now is more of a payments authorization, so mainly fraud prevention. So when you do the payments, it usually redirects you to another page. You have to type in a password, you have to open an app or do all that. So using the wallet, binding the user's real identity to user authorizing a specific payment or specific financial transaction, like that's something that the payment rails cannot do right now. It has been exciting the payment providers a lot. So that's when we talk about payments, it's not necessarily digital euro. So please do not confuse. And signature is this qualified electronic signature scheme we already have in Europe. In Germany, I believe adoption is not as high as in other member states necessarily. So the goal here is to, you'll be able to use your wallet to digitally sign, to produce a legally binding digital signatures that are valuable. So for example, end-to-end use case would be, I'm on Deutsche Bahn. I want to book a rental car to pick it up when I land, and most likely most of you will plan in advance, but in case you're spontaneous or something happened, you need to book on train, you open the app, you authenticate, identify yourself using your digital EID, PID, and then you provide your digital driving license to prove your driving privileges. Then you can pay using the wallet, and you can also sign the contract with a rental company. Like all these 4 features: identifying yourself, proving your driving privileges, paying, and signing the contract, like being kind of nonstop within the same place. So that's kind of combining the power of what happens, combining them. We're still at the stage of figuring out how it works, making sure all the players are involved. Like a lot of really big German players are involved, all the big banks, all the big German banks, Redcare, the big pharmacies,
Okay, so to give you a bit more time for questioning, I will rush through this because we care about environment. And when you drank alcohol or even non-alcoholic in the past, you were able to support the rainforest to save a tree. And we calculated okay, how many trees were saved by the amount of liters of beer, so how many papers were saved. We calculated okay, based on the 3 use cases for the last 25 years, how many pages of paper do we need? And so drinking alcohol covered 60% of the stuff. So also non-alcoholic stuff. But interestingly, how to visualize this? How many are 7.6 billion papers? So when you stack them on top, like you normally need for your printer, it's 15.2 million packs of paper, the normal you need for a paper. And like 87 times of the Mount Everest, or Galileo also like this football field measurement. So when you lay them down, it's like over 135 football fields covered with paper bags. So yes, if you have any questions right now, you can ask us, but you could also subscribe to our newsletter. It's promised to be paperless, so you'll get an email with all the upcoming events, etc., that are coming about a project. When you want to interact with us, we are over there in the booth in D2. But yes, we have some minutes left for your questions, so thank you very much.
Please remove your headphones, so otherwise you hear it.
So thank you very much. So actually I find the signature topic quite interesting. So how is this going to work? Because as far as I know, the EIDAS regulation says that every citizen is going to get a free signature. So what kind of trust service is going to provide this free signature? Do you know anything about that yet? How is it going to make sure that the infrastructure is actually provided for free to everyone?
So EIDA says it has to be for free for the citizen, so it's up to the wallet provider how to include this into the business model. So since EIDA says every member state needs to provide a wallet to the citizen for free, it's up to the member states. So maybe in case of Germany, or a wallet provider needs to think about, okay, how its business model will include this free of charge QES that can be done.
Yeah, so I think, I don't know how technical we want to get, but like there are largely two technical models we're exploring. And the first one, the wallet is only used to authenticate the user. So like even now in an existing signature flow, you need to know who the user is. And it's usually just password-based login. So that's being replaced with with the wallet basically, right? And in that case, all the other parties get to preserve their existing business model, for example, right? So in that case, I think, like that part's free already, you're just replacing it. And the second model where wallet is playing much bigger role in terms of like, generating the document to be signed and all that. In that case, I think wallet might be, so signature itself is provided for free, but other parts of, like signature is only one part of this whole value chain. So I think there's still like places where players can, like have a business model.
Thanks, guys.
Any more questions?
Yeah, thank you. Sounds like future. Maybe I missed it, but when will it be possible to download this wallet on my phone? First question. And second question, it sounds also very expensive. What is the business model behind this wallet?
Yes, Christina, when can we download this?
So regulation mandates each member state to have this wallet before the end of next year. And I think, again, we're not promising any dates as a project. That's just very clear. But we're sure we will have a wallet before the end of next year, right? But the problem is, the question is how valuable, how many use cases you can have with that wallet, right? And like that is dependent on what we do now, basically, right? So if any of you are, interested in using the wallet or, putting data into the wallet, like please start now. Please do not wait for the wallet, be available in App Store, in production and all that. We're taking it really, really gradually. So two things. One, we'll have an ecosystem portal. We will provide it. We're starting to build it. Where we'll help onboard you, basically. We'll guide you step by step. We'll provide you all the kind of business side of guidance, legal side of guidance, technical side of guidance. Like we'll do our best to help on the kind of the onboarding side. And second part, we will have a sandbox where you can talk directly to the wallet. Even before it's available, like in full, like general availability, I would say, right? When it's like anyone always, like even before that, you can already play with it. We'll have public betas and all that. So depending on your readiness, like, help us so that when it's available to everyone, it's like the most valuable thing that we could have achieved with the help of the whole industry, I would say.
And coming to
And we can do the demo if you have time.
And coming to the second question, so Chris, we had saw the German provided wallet, which is of course funded by the taxpayers' money, by your money and my money. And there's also the chance for non-government wallets. So big enterprises could say, well, I will also offering a wallet, but of course it has to be for free for the citizen. And of course they are not able to sell the data, which is the business model of some big search engines maybe. So here they need another alternative, maybe also to make their other products more attractive when they're able to combine these. So we know that there are multiple enterprises in Germany that are right now evaluating, so that as a citizen you have multiple options, hopefully in Christmas next year, to choose which wallet is the one you want to choose, and also guaranteeing that it's an easy change for you to migrate to another wallet.
Okay, thank you, everybody. We ran out of time. Sorry, but you have the chance afterwards. Thank you for the great talk. And yeah, some applause for our speakers.